able to get one if they can get that. Here, John bobbles the ball, and Jim Hilden. They're going to try to score again here. And Tommy John should have stayed out of the way both times.
Tommy made 2 errors. 3 errors?
They can't give him 3 errors.
That is something. 3 errors on 1 play. Wow.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
So Rockies is really like where my major league career really took off. You know, it was a special time in my life, 7 years with the team. And this jersey in particular, 2018 postseason patch on it here. So I've always kept all these jerseys with the patch on them because that's what it's all about, is getting to the playoffs and trying to win the championship. You know, the black jersey with the cutoff, not a lot of teams rock the cutoff anymore, but this is a jersey we wore all the time in Colorado.
And do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled.
It's back there. It is done. Edgar Carroll wins it. 20. Miguel Vargas outfield.
20.
Olson Montgomery.
Chase Mindroth. 6.
Light it up. Line shot deep left. 2-run homer.
That work never stops.
Just can't be stopped.
3-run homer.
Continue to progress.
It's a grand slam.
Yeah.
Push that momentum a little bit more forward.
He's done it again.
Process getting stronger.
Sox lead.
And get better and better.
You asked for it, you got it.
And better and better and better. It's hard not to be excited, man.
This is Chicago White Sox baseball on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Audio Network. Brought to you by Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. By the Advantage Dealer Group. Buy your next car with the Advantage Dealer Group. It's in the name. By Marquette Bank. Love where you bank. Pete's Market. No one does fresh like Pete's. By Bell Tire. Bell Tire. And Hard Rock Casino Northern Indiana. Live life at max value. Now, along with Darren Jackson, here's the voice of the White Sox, Len Casper.
It's a Wednesday matinee of White Sox baseball on the radio from Target Field in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's the White Sox and the Minnesota Twins. Game 3 of this 3-game series. Sox need a win today to avoid a sweep. They dropped the opener 9-6 Monday night. Twins beat them again 6-4 last night. This comes after the White Sox had a 5-game winning streak. It also ends a long stretch of games with no off days. The White Sox will have their first off day in 2 weeks coming up tomorrow. Sox are 32-29.
There's the feel, there's the results. The fire comes pouring out of Betts as he rounds the bases, his second home run of the game.
At the warning track near the wall, it's gone! It's gone! A grand slam! Vaughn Grissom has put the Angels in front. He's driven in 6 tonight.
And a soft line drive, Hamilton snares it. What a play by Hamilton.
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, I didn't give him a shot off the bat to come down to that baseball.
Deep center, Schneemann back. He leaps up. He made an incredible catch. Oh, my goodness.
Back goes Jackson. Merrill.
Get it, Jackson.
Jackson!
Makes the catch. Jackson! Way to go, kid! Snatch it back. Yeah, we see ya. You're the man. Woo! That was awesome.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Hamstring strain. Mooney found out earlier today he has been named the American League Rookie of the Month for May. Hit .244 with 8 home runs, 18 RBIs, scored 21 times in 26 games in May. So congrats to Murakami. DJ's got the lineups. When we come back, then it's the first pitch between the White Sox and the Twins on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Versace in Sachi, New York. This is Toyota Radio, spot title 2026, multi-TDA, Dear Baseball Fans 30, at ID TYGM6068, length 30 seconds, mixed at Harbor on April 3rd, 2026.
Dear baseball fans, Toyota's 2026 lineup is racing for the pennant. The rugged Tacoma's got upper deck power and available four-wheel drive. The RAV4 is an all-hybrid all-star with versatility that leads the league. And the all-hybrid Camry hits it out of the park with impressive miles per gallon. No matter which Toyota you choose, you're driving an MVP. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
Heart surgery is no one's dream of retirement. I'm Beverly, and that's what I was facing when my cardiology team at Northwestern Medicine identified a diseased valve in my heart. But thanks to Dr. Gang and Dr. Ahmad's expertise, I didn't have to have open heart surgery.
With access to the top heart and vascular program in Illinois by U.S. News and World Report, Beverly's team at Central DuPage Hospital replaced her diseased aortic valve using a tiny catheter, and she was back on her feet in just a few days. Northwestern Medicine.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Whoa, he does not lack energy. Rain earlier today, grass still a little wet. First big league strikeout for Roldy Munoz, and you can put an exclamation point on it.
That's a weird one. Fenway special.
After review, the call of the field is a home run. The ball hit the foul pole.
Trevor Story, home run.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
It's Josh Bell, followed by Austin Martin and Victor Caratini. Luke Keyshaw, Tristan Gray, and Orlando Arcia close it out. Right-hander Eric Fitty goes for the White Sox. He is 0-5 with a 5.40 earned run average. Romo behind the plate for him with Antonacci, Peters, and Nishida in the outfield from third to first. Vargas, Montgomery, Mydroth, Gonzalez. Brennan Miller is the home plate umpire today. Chris Conroy, the crew chief at first base. Ben May out at second. John Tumpain, the third base umpire. Rate is a proud partner of your 26 White Sox. The Rate app gives Chicago fans an all-in-one wellness app with tools to build financial strength and guidance for fitness and stress management. Feel better, live better, play better. Download the Rate app today. Grab your friends and head to the ballpark for Miller Lite Baseball and Brews. Get a ticket and 2 beers starting at $24. You must be 21 and over with a valid ID. Get your tickets at whitesox.com/brews. Join us at the ballpark Friday, June 12th. The Sox take on the Dodgers at 6:40. 10,000 fans in attendance receive a Homie's Big Head figure presented by Beggar's Pizza, and stick around for the post-game fireworks show. Get your tickets and prepaid parking by visiting whitesox.com/promos. And here we go. Saturday, June 13th is Sox Crawl Fiesta on 35th Street, presented by Tres Agaves. Enjoy an exclusive pregame crawl inside the stadium with special $5 menu items, photo opportunity with Ozzie Guillen, entertainment, and more. Plus, receive a Colson Montgomery bobblehead presented by Rate. Fans must be 21 years and older to attend. Let's play ball. Here is my partner with the play-by-play. Here's Len Casper.
All right, thanks, DJ. Taj Bradley getting set to work against the White Sox. And our look at the Sox uniforms, driven by Arlington Toyota. White Sox wearing black jerseys, gray pants. The Twins in their home white outfits. Check out their impressive lineup of Toyota vehicles today at Arlington Toyota. New owners, same people, better deals. Visit ToyotaArlington.com. Taj Bradley has been very good this year, but it has been a struggle against the White Sox in his career. And they would like to keep that intact. 3 career starts, an ERA of 11.5. Bradley is making his 11th start overall and putting together the best season of his career. He's had 2 bad starts, allowing half of the 20 runs he has allowed, and one of those starts was his last time out in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you go back to the 24th of April. He gave up 4 home runs against the Rays. He's only given up 6 total this year, so you hope you get the guy that pitched last time out, as you mentioned, and of course in that game that he gave up 4 home runs to the Rays back in April. So we're looking to drive the ball today.
Bradley had some time on the injured list with right pec inflammation. It's the chest area near the shoulder. So his 3rd start back, and he'll face Sam Antonacci in the leadoff spot. Beautiful day here in the Twin Cities. Here we go. First pitch of the ball game is outside, ball 1 on a fastball at 96. White Sox have 83 home runs, 4th most in the major leagues. There's a swing and a line drive out into left center, base hit. Buxton will play it on a bounce. Sam Antonacci with a leadoff single.
Hitters have to just feel better today because there's no shadows to contend with. Right out of the gate, they can see the ball.
Here's Miguel Vargas, the 3rd baseman, batting .241, 15 homers, 1 off his career high. This is only the 62nd game of the season. Runner on first, nobody out. And Vargas takes outside on a fastball. He's helped pick up the slack with Murakami on the IL. In this series, Vargas with a couple of homers and 6 knocked in. Feet pretty close together as he waits and takes a strike on a curveball. Twins got a nice start from lefty Connor Prelip last night. He gave up 3 in the 3rd and nothing after that. Ended up pitching 6 innings. Vargas takes down on a curveball. It's 2-1. These division games always take on greater importance. This is game 7 between the Sox and the Twins. Each club has won 3 so far. And Vargas will get a timeout. Benintendi on deck. Average lead by Antonacci at first. The stretch. The pitch. Just outside. 3-1.
Well, he's trying to be precise with his location. And thank goodness, just missing with some pretty good pitches.
You mentioned the Rays beat up Bradley. That's his former team. He was drafted by Tampa Bay in 2018 as Vargas fouls back. And it's full on Miguel.
Hey, you always want to do well against your former team, show them what they're missing, and he did not. It was the opposite. Shake that off and you go, yeah, that's okay. I'll get him next time. But he took it out on everybody else. He's really, as you said, been very consistently good this year.
Keep an eye on Antonacci. He takes off for second. Vargas fouls.
It was not, to me, a great jump by Antonacci. So it was a 3-2 count. Kind of the batter trying to cover for you, make sure he doesn't swing and miss. So you can be thrown out for a double play. You notice Antonacci's kind of got his weight on his left leg, which is not the way you would want to have a good jump. You'd want your weight on your right leg towards second base. Easy to get that lean and get going quicker.
Now the set by Bradley. He's going to throw over to first, sending Antonacci back. Orlando Arcia is a middle infielder by trade. Playing first base, 9th career start at that position, all coming in the last 2 seasons.
Kind of like Jacob Gonzalez.
Yeah. Another throw over there, and Sam is back.
Now, Antonacci should have his weight leaning on his right side now and get a better jump just in case. But with the focus on the base runner, maybe Bradley hangs one to the power hitter.
A little bigger lead. He runs, the pitch is low, and Vargas walks. So 2 on, nobody out. Here's Andrew Benintendi.
Good start. This is what you want to see, an offense that can get kick-started right out of the gate, kind of like they did in the first game of the series against Ryan, but they didn't do any damage.
Feels a little extra important today, coming off 2 losses, to get some early runs. And you have a starting pitcher in Eric Fetty, who has struggled here of late. Be good to give him that lead. First and second, nobody out. Benintendi cracks a base hit into right. Antonacci's going to stop at third, according to Justin Jershely's instructions. They're loaded with nobody out for Colson Montgomery.
Base runners had to freeze on the line drive. The second baseman, Keyshaw, dove to his left, which meant it was close enough for both base runners have to hesitate. No chance for them to advance further than 90 feet.
Our broadcast booth is brought to you by Bell Tire. If you can't find free air, free flat repair, and the lowest prices, find a Bell Tire. Now you want to make it hurt. Montgomery has 2 career homers against Bradley. And he takes a knee-high strike on a fastball.
That's one you don't want to go after anyway. Mentioned, you want the ball up against Bradley. If he's up in the zone, you got a chance. If he's down around the knees, it's tough.
Antonacci at third, Vargas at second, Benintendi at first. The 0-1. Foul tipped. 2 strikes on Montgomery.
Reaching back, putting a little extra on the fastball. That was close to 98 miles an hour. Mentioned in the onset, he can reach 98, 99 when he's in a jam.
If the Sox win today's game, Walner Law will make a donation to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Walner Law handles the toughest car accident cases in Chicago. Call 312-8000000. Walner Law. Win with Walner. Now an 0-2. He struck him out swinging. 3 straight fastballs, the last one hitting 99. And Bradley has his first strikeout, and that'll bring up Chase Mydroth.
Well, that's a tell. As the fastball at the top of the strike zone and Montgomery right underneath it. So when in a jam, you can see he wants to reach back and blow it by you.
Infield in for the Twins. Bases loaded, 1 out. And Mydroth takes outside. You noted last night how far off the plate Chase stands. When he taps, he doesn't tap home plate with his bat. He actually taps the chalk line.
Well, let's hope he gets one on the inside part that he can muscle into right center.
The 1-0 is outside ball 2, and typically guys who stand off the plate, they're called divers, right? Guys off the plate like the ball away.
Yes. Guys that stand on top of the plate dare you to jam them. Guys that are off the plate say, I dare you to reach the outside corner. I can get to that pitch.
Big 2-0. Swing and a miss. He went for broke on a high heater.
And the best fastball that he's thrown so far, close to 100 miles an hour. Now, when I say you got to make him get the ball up, not up there at that speed. In the strike zones, keep your hands above the ball and come down to that heat.
The 2-1. Fouled.
You know, there was a time last year where you got Mydroth to this situation. You're like, don't worry about it. He doesn't strike out. He makes contact. That is not the case this year. He has struck out an awful lot in comparison to last season.
Trying to stay alive here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes. He fouls out of play. Yep, his strikeout rate is up 8%. Walk rate up a little bit, 10%. Last year, just under 9. But his power has gone up with the strikeouts. And his batting average on balls in play, 342. He takes down and away, and it's a full count.
Well, you just described it. Then this is a guy that you want putting the bat on the ball with the batting average so high when he does make contact, yet he is swinging and missing more.
Yeah, fly balls are up a little. Ground balls are down. Bases loaded, 1 down, first inning. The 3-2 to Mydroth. He fouls again.
And you know that this is by design for Chase. It's a concerted effort for him to swing a little harder. He's still trying to be compact and short. But you mentioned he wants to drive the ball more. And, well, if you're going to be that guy, drive it right now because they're not playing you deep in the outfield.
Another 3-2 from Bradley. It's low. He walked him. Mydroth will get an RBI. He's got a 16-game on-base streak. Antonacci will score, and it's 1-0.
Well, that is a nice gift. And I say gift because it's a walk, but it's earned by Mydroth. He had to really take a close pitch right there.
Picks up his 20th RBI. Still only 1 out. Here's Gonzalez. Batting 6th today. And he takes a strike on a curveball.
Right about now, I'd love to see Gonzalez just sell out. Sit on a fastball to drive over the center field fence. Just be ready for it. Anything hanging, hammer that to right.
He's 2 for 10. And he singles out into left center. Here comes Vargas. Benintendi right behind him. First 2 career RBIs for Jacob Gonzalez, and it's 3-0.
It wasn't over the center field fence, but he did sell out. He was looking for the fastball and got the barrel to it. 99 miles an hour out where he got his arms extended, hit it so hard the shortstop had no chance to get over to his right and pick that one off.
So the rookie's starting to cross off some more firsts with those 2 RBIs. First and third, still just 1 out, and the batter, Tristan Peters. He's been the hottest White Sox batter in terms of picking up hits. He takes low. In fact, that curveball bounced in front of home plate, and Caratini got in front of it.
Boy, this is so clutch for the White Sox offense. They put themselves in a position to have success, and if the strikeout of Montgomery made you feel like, uh-oh, got a chance to maybe miss this opportunity. Nope. Next 2 guys just step right up and get it done.
And the beneficiary of all of this is sitting in the dugout waiting to pitch, Eric Fetty. The 1-0 is high, and this offense not done just yet here in the first inning. Peters 11 for his last 18.
He's got a huge gap in left center field. He too has an area towards shortstop that he can punch one through, just like Gonzalez did.
The 2-0. Check swing bouncer back to the pitcher. He's going to throw to second, and they're going to get only that out. Meidroth hesitated at first from third, and then once Bradley looked at second, Chase took off and scores. It's 4-0. What do you make of that decision by Bradley?
Bad decision. You know, we had this conversation just yesterday, I believe, about we had a situation where ball was hit back to our pitcher just like this.
Yeah, Sandlin.
And he didn't turn to fire to second. It was hit hard enough where he could have turned the double play. He froze the runner at third, looked to first, and then threw to second. This was a little slower play development. He should have just stopped the runner at third.
Romo takes high.
You know, it's easy to see that after the fact. And then the thing is, Bradley lobbed the ball to second base, never giving himself a chance to turn two anyway.
Drew Romo batting from the left side. Peters is at first, 2 outs. And Romo gets under one, out into shallow right. Austin Martin is in and under it, and he's got it. A 4-run first inning. Sox lead 4-0. We head to the bottom of the first on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Walnut Law helped me get the compensation that I did.
The Arizona Diamondbacks are striking back after a slow start, and it's largely thanks to one of baseball's fastest men.
Corbin's on the run. He's going the distance. He's going for speed.
Corbin Carroll has been playing like an MVP since his debut in 2022, but in his 4th full season, he's taken his game to a whole new level.
This guy's unbelievable. He's unforgettable.
On Sunday, Carroll put together one of the best games of his career, going 4 for 4 with 2 triples and a 9-1 D-backs win. That put Carroll at 8 triples for the season, twice as many as any other player, and 51 for his career.
He's the reason why you come to the ballpark.
Watch him hit and watch him run.
He became the 2nd fastest player of all time to reach 80 homers and 50 triples. Only Hall of Famer Lou Gehrig did it faster. Carroll's on pace to lead the majors in triples for the 3rd straight season, and he's only 1 triple away from tying the Diamondbacks club record of 52.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Pennsylvania.
White Sox baseball.
What a diving stab by Tommy.
Let's get to block.
Oh my, ring the bell on that one.
This is the Chicago White Sox Baseball Network.
Eric Fetty on the hill. He's got a 4-0 lead. Bottom of the first, Byron Buxton leading off, playing center field for the 2nd straight day. After a long stretch at the DH spot. First pitch is low and in, ball 1. Fetty looking for win number 1 this year. Here's the pitch. Check swing strike. 1-1 to Buxton. The 1-1. Just inside. Romo almost challenged it. Lifted his right arm and then went, nope. And it was a little inside. The 2-1 home. Swinging a line shot caught by Antonacci. That was a laser, 106 off the bat of Buxton. 1 down.
Well, somebody said it a little earlier. Sometimes they find the holes, sometimes they don't. That's that don't time right there off the bat of Buxton. He smoked it, but no love after that.
White Sox have an early advantage, brought to you by Advantage Dealer Group. Here's Brooks Lee, switch hitting third baseman. And he bunts, and it's foul. Tried to push one up the third base line. Find your next Chevy, Acura, Toyota, now Cadillac, Buick, GMC. And find your advantage at Advantage Dealer Group.
Smart effort by Lee. The team's trailing by 4. You want to keep the line moving, get the line started, and they were giving it to him. So good effort.
The 0-1. Awkward swing and a ground ball over to third, and Vargas will throw to first to get Lee.
It almost looked like he got a little too over-concerned with hitting it that way. He tried to bunt it to third. Now he tried to, as you said, awkward swing it past the third baseman, drawn in. It's almost like he just gave himself up because it was such a weak effort with the swing.
2 down. Here's Trevor Larnach. Don't often hear about a shutdown inning to start the game, but it kind of feels like Fetty needs it. Called strike.
I agree. I mean, just for his own confidence, to know that he can go through the top of the order, shut him down, and then say, all right, offense, keep adding on.
The 0-1 is too low. Eric 0-5. This is his 12th appearance and his 8th start. The home run ball has been the biggest issue. He's given up 13. And the pitch is high. That moves it to 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, and 11 of the 13 to right-handed batters. He's handled lefties much better.
He's working quickly. The 2-1 to Larnach is off the outside corner on a changeup. It's 3-1. Montgomery right up the middle at the shortstop position with Vargas over in the area as well. Sweeper catches the outside corner. It's 3-2 on the lefty Larnach.
Eric had a tough month of May. 0-2 with a 9 earned run average. He was pretty good in a lot of outings in April, but needs to regroup, get it together, as set the siren off.
Must be a test. We just hit 1 o'clock. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Twins go in order. It's 4-0 Sox after an inning on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Accidents happen fast, but the insurance companies move.
This ball is launched to right. Dom Smith, a deep blast. And Atlanta with a couple of solo homers and a 2-0 lead.
How about the location? That's elevated. It's 97. A little bit of cut to it, a little bit of vert. Exactly where he wanted it, but Dom Smith doing his homework and ready for it and crushes that one to right.
A no-doubter for his second of the season.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
We've run into all kinds of weather so far this year, and this is the first time we've run into a fog.
They're going to have Bonds hit a pop-up and see if they can catch it.
There goes one now. Let's see where that is. I have no idea where it is. There's a lone figure standing out in right field, and only he knows who he is. It's like a set from the Hound of the Baskervilles should be coming out soon.
Steps in to face Taj Bradley. Corner infielders are in against Riku. The motion and the pitch and the sheet of fouls. 10 for ID on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. The 0-1 is outside. I think the siren testing is over for the day. Hopefully that's what it was. Nishida takes a strike. So a lot of times it's Wednesdays, 1 o'clock.
Yep.
A lot of times Tuesday at 10 a.m. seems to be a popular time for those tests. In various municipalities. The 1-2. Fouled in the air, off to the left, out of play. 9th career game for Nishida. He's 5 for 21 with a couple of RBIs. Hasn't walked yet. Batting .238. The pitch. It's high and inside. He's got a small strike zone. He's 5-6.
And as you mentioned, hasn't drawn a walk yet. Surprising.
2-2, and he strikes out swinging. He went after a high one.
That would be one of the reasons why he hasn't drawn a walk yet. He has swung at some pitches out of the strike zone.
That'll bring up Antonacci. He was the spark plug, leadoff single in the first, and it led ultimately to 4 White Sox runs. First pitch by Bradley is right on the inside corner on a cutter. That's been a good pitch for Bradley this year.
Yeah, that pitch, I was looking at some video. It's got some depth to it. It's a good pitch down.
The 0-1 is a strike on a curve. Bradley grew up in Stone Mountain, Georgia, a product of the Marquise Grissom Baseball Association. He played on the same travel team as Lawrence Butler.
Pretty good team right there.
The 2-strike offer is low on a curve. Count now 1-2 on Antonacci. Mentioned the other day, the White Sox have been very good at not letting a bad game or two extend into a bad week. Swinging a line shot foul to left, and this will be out of play. We've got a long way to go today, but you like how they've responded after 2 straight losses with this early lead.
Well, you get the opportunity to talk to the manager every day with the manager show, and I'm going to assume you've not seen any sense of panic from him in the last month and a half.
No. Swing and a base hit into the corner and left. Larnach over to try to cut it off. Antonacci racing to second. Going to be a play there, and he is out. He's tagged out by Keyshaw. On a nice throw by Trevor Larnach. It's just a great baseball play all the way around.
Yeah, got no problems with it. I don't think anybody really will. Just give credit when credit's due. Somebody like Larnach he's a left fielder you want to test his arm. He's already proven in this series he does not have a strong throwing arm. He hasn't really tried to throw anybody out at home plate. So you make him throw you out there with 1 out. You're trying to get in scoring position.
So it's a single for Antonacci, and he's gunned down 7-4, and Vargas takes high. So the stands jut out right in that area where Larnach was going after that ground ball. If he got there a half second later,
it
might have gotten past him. Ground ball foul to third, but he cut it off right at that corner, and that allowed him to make that play.
It was great hustle, as you just described it. He got over there, got to that ball in a good fielding position, and got rid of it quick.
Vargas takes outside.
Remember, we had similar times we talk about left fielders when I was playing. Just test his arm. Everybody'd say until he proves he can throw you out.
Swing and a miss on a high one. It's 2-2.
I think Larnach kind of falls in that category. Test his arm until he throws you out. Well, now you'd be a little more hesitant on a similar ball down the line against him.
Bradley kicks and fires, and he misses outside on a fastball. So 3-2 on Vargas. 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the second. 4-0 Sox. The pitch. It's ball 4. Bradley wanted to challenge it and decided at the last second not to. Just missed that low outside corner. We're seeing more flinching now.
Yes.
Batters pitchers and catchers, they lift the arm and then they go, I was told not to.
I just think you've got to, before every batter, every situation, remind yourself as a catcher or a pitcher, don't let emotion come into it.
So Vargas has walked twice. Benintendi swings at the first pitch, and it rolls under the glove of Tristan Gray. Oh, what an easy play it was. It'll be an error on him. The inning should be over, but instead it's first and second, and here comes Montgomery. That ball just snuck under his glove.
Yeah, that's his 5th error of the year, and you said fairly easy play in all things considered. It might have had a little side spin on it in that sense that he misread it a little bit, but when you see the ball coming to you, you should read if it's got that side spin on it long before it gets to you.
So Tristan Gray apparently is human.
Oh, make it hurt. Make it hurt.
He's had a big series for the Twins, but the door has opened to add on here with Montgomery at the plate. And he's out in front of a curve and rolls foul past first. Wind has really picked up at the moment, blowing in from right. Maybe a cross breeze toward left.
Well, something we've discussed recently is the fact that Montgomery, when he's been hot, swinging it better, he's using the middle of the field the opposite direction. If he does that, I mean, the ball will still carry.
The 0-1, a swinging strike on a cutter. Outfield plays him pretty straight up. Martin deep and right, and he is definitely playing him to pull. But we look at the center fielder, Buxton. Maybe a step or two toward right center, but that's it.
Yeah, I think when Colson gets pull happy, he does have a tendency to swing and miss a little more.
2 strikes on him. Bradley home. Here it is. Swing and a line drive out into center. It's deep and it's caught. Buxton just ho-hum, drifted back and made the play.
Yeah, he made it look like it wasn't a challenge at all. He just had the read off the bat.
So a couple of good first innings for the offense.
And Melendez socks one deep right field, right down the line. Stowers to the corner, and it's out of here. First career walk-off RBI for MJ Melendez. Oh, baby! Brian Reynolds clears the deck. Pirates win it on a Friday night in the Berg. Back he goes! Let's go!
This team, man, unbelievable.
Blake Dunn going back, leaps at the wall, Dunn on the spin, and he brought it in. He robs a homer.
Well, that was a terrific play.
Take a good look. You won't see it. Tovar has walked off the Giants.
Tovar hits his 2nd of the night.
As Young hits a ball well out to left. DeCenzo can only watch. Off the facing of the second deck. Josh Young with a bomb to left. It's 3-1. Getting this sense the Rangers might be able to get some good swings on Arrighetti tonight.
And this is only the 2nd homer that Arrighetti's given up all season. For as good as he's been, he might mix in an occasional walk, but he has not really given up the long ball. So that's a really big swing.
Nothing stops leaks like North Shore adult diapers for even the heaviest control problems.
Fetty. Bell DHing. 3 for 6, a couple of walks, 2 runs in the series, and he takes outside. He's got a 6-game hitting streak. Big defensive play last week in that series in Chicago to help the Twins win a game. 2-1 now on him on a swinging strike. Fetty on a 2-1. And it's a strike on the outside corner on a sweeper.
Nothing says we're kicking your butt more than having your lineup bat twice before they finish batting once.
2-2 coming. He got him looking on a comeback sinker that just nabbed the inside edge. Boy, he worked east to west beautifully on those last 2 pitches.
Pitching with a little confidence. Good to see it, as his team has given him the support. And hopefully by the 3rd inning, they will all have at least 2 at-bats before the Twins have batted once through.
Here's Austin Martin. And he takes a strike. He snapped an 0 for 18 in the series opener. He's batting .257. Fetty lets it go. It's a called strike on a sinker. 0-2.
Maybe all Eric needed was just, 4 runs in the 1st inning to feel comfortable. Do this for him every start.
Eric works from the first base side of the rubber. Here comes the 0-2. Didn't miss by much on a fastball that was high. The 1-2. Low and outside as the sweeper got away from him.
We've seen Eric Fetty at his best in 2024 with the White Sox. In limited time, he was 7-2 with a 3+, just a little over 3 ERA. I mean, and he was just dealing. So we know what he's capable of doing. Kind of seeing that at the start of this game today.
Yeah, that was the best stretch of his career. A swing and a bounding ball right to the shortstop. Waist-high grab by Montgomery and a good throw across to Gonzalez to get Austin Martin. And because of that success, that's why Eric wanted to come back here for a second stint with the White Sox.
I get it. I did that. Had success with the White Sox in the early 90s and said, you know what, I'm going to go back there. Maybe good things will happen again.
You tend to like places where you're good.
Yes.
Here's Victor Caratini. And he hits a little blue pop-up, and Montgomery will make the catch out in shallow left. So Fetty has faced 6. He's retired all of them. We go to the 3rd from Minneapolis. Sox 4.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are tie cups.
And these are tie cups.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say, one great play deserves another.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Why is that person holding a Keith Hernandez card in their hand during the game? Are they waiting for you?
I never cared for that particular pose right there, to be honest with you. I mean, where do you sign on that card?
Right on your best feature. Keith on one side and Hernandez on the other.
I can only sign it on the Bohunkas, though.
Oh, that's a lovely signature.
Right across the boat. Look at that. It's
So-
like a tattoo.
Home for every Sox game. ESPN Chicago.
Heart and vascular program for 18 straight years by U.S. News and World Report. Meidroth will lead off in the 3rd. He's got the go-ahead RBI on a bases-loaded walk in the 1st. Sox lead 4-0.
Remember back in the day when we talked about that was a big topic, game-winning RBIs, even if it happened in the 1st inning.
Yeah, that used to be an official stat. They still keep track of it somewhere. Called strike on Meidroth. Unlike game-winning goals in hockey, it's formulated a little differently in baseball. I'll try to explain it as simply as I can. The 0-1 is chopped foul. So in hockey, if your team wins 5-4, it's the 5th goal no matter what. So if you're up 5-0 and the other team scores 4 goals, it's still the last goal because that's the winning margin. That is not how they tabulate it in baseball. The pitch is low. It's the last RBI that gave you the lead that you kept.
Yes. Yeah. Completely.
So if you're up 10-0 and you win 10-0, it's the first RBI.
Yes. What system do you prefer?
I would say probably baseballs, swinging a fly ball, pretty well hit out into deep right. Martin's back, running out of room. It's off the wall, and he banged into that padding. Maidro's going to end up with a double, but Austin Martin fell in a heap. It looked to me, and we'll get a replay, that his jump was maybe a bit late, and he might have made contact a little earlier than he anticipated, and that's when you get worried.
Yeah, I think you're accurate with your assessment. I think he hit that wall before he was prepared for it. And when you jump up, running as hard as he was, and basically dive back trying to reach, oh my, he absolutely smoked himself against that wall.
Yeah, his right shoulder made contact with the wall kind of halfway through his jump.
He was figuring he was going to get up higher to a higher peak to try and get closer to that ball, and he ran out of room. And I've seen a lot of ball players do that and end up flattened out there on that warning track because of the surprise of the contact. Shocks them. It's like a roundhouse that you didn't see coming. If you prepare for it, it's a different result. And he couldn't really prepare for that because he thought he was going to make a play on it. And by the way, that was a missile off of the bat of Maidro to right field.
That is his team-leading 13th double, sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka. America's favorite vodka for a reason, distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly. Martin is back on his feet. So that's a leadoff double. But back to the game-winning RBIs, I think you can make a case in both directions. But
yes,
I like the baseball one.
I do too. I like the idea. The run batted in that puts you ahead, no matter what the score is, always the run that puts you ahead. Because they never ever overcame the deficit, period. Yep. So, yeah, and you know what? The hockey one's fine, but I like ours better.
And I like that they're different.
Absolutely.
Why not?
You know what? That kind of reminds me. It's like when I went to Japan to play ball, and all of a sudden I got there, and they're saying the count is 2-3. I'm like, what? What do you mean it's 2-3? They say it backwards because that's the way they do it. Instead of 3-2, they say 2. It's just a simple little things over there. People are saying, well, what about like in the outfield? What do you say in Japanese when you guys might collide? No, I said, no. You just say, I got it, just like you do in America. They get it.
Gonzalez takes a strike. Big 2 RBI single for Jacob in the first inning. So a 1-1 count there is not the same as it is here.
That's right.
It's a strike and a ball.
Yep.
There's a low one. So it's 1-1, which it would be in Japan, but it would be the opposite order.
Yep. They're giving the strikes first and then the balls. Yes.
Oh, man. Well, it's like the Premier League, right? Soccer, they do the home team on top.
Yes.
Or first in terms of how it's listed. There's a high one. It's 2-1.
But you said it. I mean, it's nice that cultures don't have to mimic each other. There's some differences in different sports and countries. It's awesome.
The 2-1 is hit softly foul up the first base line. Every now and again, you'll talk to a very casual sports fan, someone who doesn't follow it that closely, and they'll say, yeah, I saw you won yesterday 2-5.
Yes, that's right. Which we don't do. We say 5-2, the winning score first.
The pitch fouled in the air.
You know, Jacob, you can tell, like, by that little rollover foul ball up the first base line. He's trying to advance the runner, the leadoff double into third base, but then right there he fouled one off the other way. Look, hitting coaches and managers want you to try and get the runner over, but when you get to 2 strikes, no, you're on your own to just do whatever it takes to be successful at that point.
Survival mode.
Yep.
2-2 and a base hit to right. Maidro stops at third, and they've got it cooking again. And Gonzalez is 2 for 2.
Well, you can tell just going back to last night, his last couple of at-bats, that he's feeling better. He finished the night with a base hit and a walk. In this game, he's got himself a couple of base hits, using the whole field. He seems to be settled in and relaxed. Slowing things down is what it looks like to me instead of speeding them up.
Twins have their infielders in against Peters. They're already down 4-0. The pitch. It's high, and Caratini thought it was a strike.
The ball. Catch is challenging.
It is a strike.
The pitch is a strike. Minnesota has 2 challenges remaining.
Is it just me, or are most of the contested calls on the high, outside, or inside corner? Those are the hardest calls, I think, for umpires to make.
No, I think you're right. I think you're right. The catchers got a better feel for that than the home plate umpire a lot of the time.
The 0-1. Peters fouls and foul tips. Caratini did catch it cleanly. 2 strikes on Peters.
Again, this is the at-bat. You want that runner brought in from third base. You don't want to wait, even though they were successful with an out back in the first. Just, this is the guy. You alleviate the pressure from the next guy.
Yeah, and Romo is a strikeout candidate, so that would give Bradley a thought that he could see some light at the end of the tunnel here in this inning.
Get ready for the heat. This is what he likes to bring in this situation.
The 0-2 is outside on a fast one.
It's one thing if you're going to watch from the bench during the game and see, oh, there's a pattern. Run batted in situations. He gets ahead of you. He wants to throw 99 miles an hour, and just be ready to cover that first and foremost.
The pitch. He struck him out on a high cutter. So Peters went up and out of the zone and strikes out. Number 3 for Bradley, and here is Romo. And he will strike out, but he's also walked 9 times. He's got 11 hits, 9 walks, 5 home runs, and he fouls.
A lot of people are starting to bring the conversation back up, especially former players, about the importance of being an RBI guy. Because you can see there are guys that walk up there in RBI situations right from the first pitch. They kind of panic. I want to get him in now. And RBI guys are patient and wait for their pitch.
The 0-1 is hit on the ground to the second baseman, Keyshaw. He'll fire to Gray, and the relay is in time, and Bradley escapes.
I mean, it's the perfect scenario, the strikeout double play to strand the runner at third.
4-0 White Sox in the third on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
And if this doesn't send chills up your spine, nothing will. 18 in a row, retired after a leadoff home run by Buxton.
The most in the history of the franchise by a pitcher making his big league debut.
He becomes the 3rd White Sox player to hit 20 before June. Unbelievable rookie year.
At the wall, looking up. See you later! Second home run of the night for Yordan Alvarez, laying waste to Rangers pitching. He has hit 5 home runs in this series.
There's Jackson Merrill.
Ground ball back toward the middle. Stott to his right, has it, throws to first in time. A record that stood 115 years.
Did he get enough? You bet he did. He's just showing off once again.
The last Dodger with 6+ no-hit innings and a home run in the same game. You got to go back to 1959, June 25th, Don Drysdale.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Bottom of the third. Shaw against Fetty. Sox lead 4-0. I want to welcome our listeners in Springfield on Sports Voice Sports Radio 92.3 FM and 1450 AM on this Wednesday afternoon. The pitch to Keyshaw. It's a called strike. He's got 12 hits over his last 9 games, batting .249 on the year. Only 1 home run. He can run, though. He's got 10 steals. And he takes down and away. We don't know exactly who the White Sox are going to face in Philadelphia. We do know they will not face Christopher Sanchez. There's a strike because he's pitching tonight.
You know, I really am happy about that. I don't need to see the best pitcher that they have. That's okay. Save it for next year.
There's a swing and a high fly ball out into right center, deep and playable. Riku Nishida will make the catch.
Okay, take advantage of our savings all summer long with our summer savings section. Score select lower level tickets starting at $20 on weekdays, $25 on weekends. Visit whitesox.com/section.
Sanchez faces San Diego with a consecutive scoreless inning streak intact at 44 2/3 innings. And his last start was at Petco against the Padres. Tristan Gray, it's a line drive out in the left center, and Tristan Peters will make the catch. One Tristan beats another.
Well, 2 pitches, 2 outs. As a pitcher, you're thinking, this is the best.
Shohei Ohtani will face the Diamondbacks. Paul Skeens working for the Pirates in Houston.
Are you trying to calculate the guys we will and will not see? I hope so. Miss all of them. That's great.
First pitch to Arcia is a strike.
That's Jeff's job. Jeff Miller. He can project who's pitching today, and we'll see him at our place when we come. All that stuff. You do enough research, Lynn.
The 0-1 is high and outside. Yeah, I don't look too far down the road on the probable starting pitcher thing. The 1-1 to Arcia is hit in the air out into deep left field. Antonacci back to the warning track, and he's got it. Off the bat, I thought it might get out.
It did look like it was going to jump further than that. Thank goodness it did not.
So 3 perfect innings for Eric Fetty. To the
Now let's check out some plays from the field that only a mother could love.
Thank you to all the mothers out there. We love you.
Too sweet. Nicely done with the sign.
Vientos is not going to want this on his highlight reel, I'll tell you that.
Some just don't know how to catch him.
Hubba Bubba on Bubba.
You can even smell on his bat. Hitters are funny. Now he's talking to it.
Then Peters has some problem.
Heads up. Man alive.
Look, Mom, check out these top defensive plays.
Adele leaping, and he makes the catch.
He's unreal.
One of his patented run-saving miracles.
Welcome to the show, kid.
Put a star on that for Jarvis. Picked it right off the top of the grass. It was a snow cone.
That was sensational. Spectacular play by the Padres first baseman.
He jumps and he makes the catch. Becrow awesome. Ryan Waldschmidt with a diving catch. What a catch by Eli White.
How about that?
Bryce Matthews, who struck out looking his first time up. Matthews getting the start in left field tonight. Matthews hits it in the air pretty well to center. Going back on it is Rafaela at the wall, looking up. See you later! Bryce Matthews with his first long ball of the year, right by the Phillips 66 home run pump, and the Astros lead 4-0. That went 434 feet just to the left of straightaway center, and it was 111 miles an hour off Matthews' bat.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Top of the 4th, 4-0 White Sox. They got all their runs in the first inning. Bradley to Nishida, and there's a line drive right to Buxton in center, and he's got it.
So it happened. All of our batters have batted twice before they get their second at bat at all.
Well, that's usually a signal it's been a good day. And it has. Antonacci's 2 for 2. And will bat with 1 out in the 4th. Thought he had a double in the 2nd, but he was thrown out by Trevor Larnach from left.
Antonacci taking quite a bit of time just getting his batting gloves on and was standing there staring at the clock, taking his time. Then he said timeout.
A lot of guys are starting to do that, taking their time out before the at bat. And Bradley misses high for ball 1. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago White Sox. The 1-0 spin, and it's line foul to right, out of play. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago White Sox. A win today would allow the White Sox to leave town with this intact. There's a low one. They would have a winning record against the other 3 teams they have played in the division this season. The 2-1 is high. They're 5-2 against Kansas City. They just swept Detroit, and they've got a chance to go 4-3 against the Twins.
Yeah, longtime Major League broadcaster and player Dan Gladden. We were talking about the divisional stuff.
The 3-1 is high, and Antonacci walks, so he's been on 3 times.
He was mentioning that the past few years they've actually handled Kansas City really well. And I said, we did okay against you guys last year, but I said we're showing up this year, and it's a test. We got to see how well we're going to do within the division, and so far so good.
I don't want to make you add up all those numbers I gave you. They're 11-5 against the Central. Vargas fouls.
Yeah, and I'd said to you before we really, other than playing Kansas City, we were coming into this part of the season to play Detroit, Minnesota, get to Cleveland. It's like, oh man, I'm a little anxious because of the history, how we're going to do. Well, so far so good.
The 0-1 is high. Sox have, including this one, lost 4 consecutive road sets. Trying to salvage the finale here before they head off to Philadelphia for the weekend. Throw over to first, and Antonacci barely got back on a close play.
Now more and more teams are doing the timing play at first base. I think pitchers are looking into the catcher, and the catcher's giving them a little drop of the glove to fire over to first now. They usually do that at second base. They're trying to catch you when you just got your right foot up in the air, getting your lead off, and they throw over there before you can really get any push back.
1-1 coming, and there's a check swing bouncer, barehanded by Bradley to the left of the mound, and he'll get the out at first. So Vargas retired for the first time. Antonacci's at second with 2 away.
Hey, enter the Ultimate Fan Sweepstakes for your chance to win the Ultimate Postgame Concerts package. The winner will receive 2 tickets to 3 White Sox home games, plus on-field access to the 3 postgame concerts that follow. Visit whitesox.com/sweepstakes.
Andrew Benintendi takes a strike on a curve. 4-0 White Sox, 2 outs, top of the 4th. They've got Antonacci at second. A look at him by Bradley. The pitch, it's high. Sox will be back here right at the end of August to see the Twins. The 1-1 is high, and it's 2-1. Two balls and a strike on Andrew Benintendi, who has always hit Twins pitching well in this ballpark. The pitch is off the outside, 3-1.
And that's interesting, considering it's not like he's just faced the same pitchers. It's just something here where he sees the ball well. Apparently, it doesn't matter who's wearing the uniform.
3-1 coming. Big swing and a foul to the screen behind the plate.
Question for you, I just saw Kevin Slowey uniform, former pitcher for the Twins.
I remember.
If you had to choose, think about it. You don't have to get the answer now. Choose a uniform. Would it be a newer player of your team or an older player?
The pitch is high, ball 4. Oh, I'd have to go
historic player or a modern player.
I think so.
I'd be the same way. Like, you know what? I'm going to go with a person that I loved way back when it was a star for my organization.
Pete Mackey, the pitching coach, will make a mound visit. It'll be Montgomery batting with 2 on. So think about Montgomery today already. We're in the 4th inning. He batted with the bases loaded in the 1st and 2 on in the 2nd, and now 2 on in the 4th.
Sox have had at least 2 on in every inning thus far. So the offense is clicking for sure, and we need this guy to start clicking. And last time up mentioned, as long as he's hitting the ball up the middle the other way and adjusting to the slow stuff to pull, that's fine. Because last time up, he had a missile to straightaway center field. Showing a replay of him getting clipped in the knee last night on a sweeper on his left knee. Seems to be just fine. Treatment that players get nowadays, it's immediate and effective.
So Colson is 0 for 2. Antonacci is at second. Benintendi at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a high 4-seam fastball.
Well, apparently the message is, do what you did to him in the 1st inning. Just throw him high fastballs. He'll swing at him and won't foul him off.
Now an 0-1. Foul tipped on 98. 0-2.
He did foul tip it. It was a little lower. Gave him a chance to at least make some slight contact. If you're Colson, here's the issue. You might say, he's coming with a high fastball. And in your mind, you're saying, I've got to hit the high fastball. It's not even a strike. Rather than the opposite. Make him get the ball down in my zone. And there's a tendency to look for a pitch and swing at a pitch.
Well, you have said 2 separate things in this broadcast already that kind of sum up how hard a game it is. I'll tell you after the pitch. The 0-2 is foul. Earlier you said make him get the ball up. And then you just said make him get the ball down. And both are true.
Yes. And I did mention in between, when I say make him get the ball up in the strike zone, you can't go after his stuff down around the knees because that's going to end up out of the strike zone. You're right. It's hard.
Another 0-2. And he struck him out swinging on a cutter that was down.
Yeah, it's a good pitch.
So Bradley has kept his team hanging around. White Sox leave 2 more. They lead the.
You can see a lot of different characters at the ballpark, and this week brought out some of the best.
I just hope that whatever was going on with that hot dog, that dog now own that hot dog.
I have not seen a cup on the bottom of a spike.
This is more of a hand grenade than it was a throw toward second.
Osuna hits one into the cone.
So look up and look out.
That bat exploded, and the Mariners have him loaded up.
Florida man's a real thing, Wayne.
Tarps off. Freebird time at Busch.
Fantastic entertainment.
Hats off and shirts off for the top defensive plays of the week.
Towards the side rail, he crashes into the wall, and he made the catch!
Another stop by Peraza, throw from his back, and he got it!
Now, look if you dare, I shall not drop the ball.
Church is gonna make a diving catch!
Holy smokes, what a catch by Julio Rodriguez.
Into the dugout, flips into the dugout. Did he hold on? He did.
How about that?
Tip of the cap, and now here we go. He gets Larry Walker, and here he is. He's going to face him right-handed. Why not? He looks like a catcher hitting. And now he's back to the left side. And a 2-out walk. So Walker reaches base after that first pitch that was like the flyby here right after the anthem.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The process is only getting stronger.
It's a grand slam!
This is the Chicago White Sox Baseball Network.
Bottom 4-0 Sox. Byron Buxton swings away and rolls to the shortstop Montgomery, and the throw to first is in time. 10 Twins have batted. They've all made outs. Now Brooks Lee.
Byron Buxton is probably one of the fastest runners in the game of baseball, right in the top few. But even if you're that fast, you hit a ground ball with the shortstop, you're out.
That's right.
It's like, oh, you're out.
Buxton's sprint speed 29.8 feet per second. There's a strike to Lee.
And with that being said, I bet he's really, if he were to run hard as he can every time he hits the ground ball, it'd be well over 30.
Yeah, the sprint speed number is your average. The 0-1 is outside. Probably can't do it anymore, but you could. NHL has done the skills competition at the All-Star game. There's a low one. I'd love to have outfield arms, fastest to first base. That stuff would be super fun, but I think most organizations would rather you not stretch yourself physically for an exhibition. Fouled off to the first base side, out of play.
I was involved in one of those competitions in Japan. The All-Star Series we had there. They played 2 games. And they did some pregame stuff as you're suggesting. And we had the pitching contest for a regular on the mound to home plate, velocity check. And I did it against Ichiro.
2-2 pitch is lined into right. Here comes Nishida, and he's got it.
Nice.
He cut that one off as he darted across toward the foul line.
That's a nice play by Riku. Good path to it, a little jump. Looked like a little Peter Panera flying through the air leap. A little extra wave of the arms while he did it. He's fun to watch.
He's got a ton of flair. All right, so what did you do in your competition?
Oh man, hey, as I said to Ichiro when I saw him last,
Trevor Larnach takes inside.
I said, hey, you remember when we had that competition against each other in Japan? He goes, oh yes. I said, you remember you won? He goes, I did. I go, yeah, that's right.
He's channeling Ed Farmer. Outside, ball 2.
he just deadpanned me. He said, I did. He just like, I did. I'm like, okay. Like it was no contest, DJ. I'm like, well, it's true. You know, okay.
2-0 is outside.
They did kilometers. And if I'm just, I think he threw it like 160. And I threw it like 150. It wasn't that close.
Right. The 3-0. It's a strike. It's 3-1.
But, you know, the key is this. Right, Len? They said, oh, you know who can compete with Ichiro? That Jackson guy.
That's right.
Huh?
As long as you're in the competition. 3-1, and it's outside, ball 4, and the Twins have their first runner with 2 outs in the 4th. And the batter will be Josh Bell.
But they did have home run hitting contest stuff. They had throwing velocity contest, accuracy throws. They probably did the running stuff. I mean, and I realized the running stuff, no, there's I can name 2 guys that leave me in the dust right there, and Ichiro was one of them.
Bell fouls.
The other one was Kazuo Matsui, who came over here to play in the States. He was our shortstop for the Sabre Lions, but yeah, he used to run when we do our sprints and look backwards at me while he was running. I'm like, no, that's not funny. I was apparently so slow he didn't have to even look forward to run. Like, I told him I'd kill him if I ever caught him. He knew that wasn't going to happen, though.
The 0-1 is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Josh Bell. ABS challenges are a reminder. Second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Long hold by Fetty's out of the stretch for the first time. 1-1 is tapped foul on a sinker. And Romo, right after that pitch was hit foul, kind of popped his mitt and gave Fetty a, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. One and two. The pitch fouled right at home plate on a good changeup.
Yeah, that pitch had some dive away to it on the left-handed batter, and that's a good job by Bell just to get a piece of it.
Larnach at first. 2 outs, 4th inning. Josh Bell bangs a foul off the catcher Romo. Hey, Steinhoffels is a proud partner of the White Sox. This season, every time they turn a double play at home, Steinhoffels will donate $200 to Special Spaces to help create green bedrooms for children battling cancer.
MLB Plus is new for 2026. Stream MLB Network 24/7 in the U.S. and select out-of-market games every week, plus live radio broadcasts of every game. There's Game Day 3D, Big Inning, and minor league action. Visit WhiteSox.com/MLB Plus to subscribe today.
Fetty will throw over just to let Larnach know he hadn't forgotten about him. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. It's outside on a change. Home plate umpire today is Brennan Miller, Virginia native. Joined the full-time umpiring staff in 2023.
Been good back there today.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouled. He's the same age as Eric Fetty.
So a youngster.
Yep. Actually, he's a year older. Eric is 33. Brennan Miller's 34.
Right. As umpires go, it's like, oh, he's just a kid. As Fetty goes, it's like, oh, he's an old veteran.
The pitch. Fouled. Just watching. Drew Romo made a very late adjustment. He shuffled just maybe a half step to his right, and the home plate umpire had to kind of move a little bit as that pitch was being delivered.
He's like, you're not exposing me. I'm getting behind you, buddy.
2-2 pitch is hit on the ground right over to first base, and Gonzalez will step on the bag. No hits for the Twins through 4. White Sox 4, Minnesota nothing on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
White Sox.
Who leads back of the warning track, jumps and makes the catch over the shoulder.
Blake Dunn going back, leaps at the wall, and he brought it in. He robs a homer. Dunn gathers, Olsen digging for 2. Throw there, good one by Dunn. Tag, he's out. He robs a homer, 1 AP, and he guns down Olsen. Grady at second on the next. Ward on the move with the dive, and he makes the catch. Coming hard, diving catch by Schneemann. Marshall back, he's got it. Backing up Sajacy, nice play, 360 spin and a bullet. Back up the middle, Nunez will be able to tag the runner, and then throw to first. Bounce to second, Steer, tough play to his right, smooth pick, pops to his feet. Is a leaping catch. How about the hops on Vladdy? Diving attempt and a catch by Varsho.
Diving is Freeman, and he got it.
To first, Torque at the line, slides into position, and sends us to bonus baseball.
even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
We're in our Bell Tire broadcast booth at Target Field in Minneapolis. White Sox 4. Twins nothing. Meidroth leads off the 5th. Bases loaded walk, a double, and a run for Chase. First pitch by Bradley, bounces in front of the plate and came back up and hit Victor Caratini in a sensitive area, we'll just say that. There's a right-hander up for Minnesota in their bullpen.
You know, you can give more description than sensitive area. You could just say it. In the Huevos Rancheros.
Okay, that's one way to put it.
Yeah. I mean, that's, you know, we gotta paint the picture. Our body's got lots of sensitive areas.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Throat, could be the back of the hand.
Meidroth now will step back in. The 1-0 from Bradley. Another one in the dirt. This one, though, did get over the plate before it hit the playing surface. 2 balls, no strikes. Meidroth really holds his hands low in his setup, and he takes high. It's ball 3. And now the catcher will take a long stroll out to the mound. Let's pause 10 for ID on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. Now Brennan Miller's going to have to break up this meeting. Eric Orzi is the right-hander up for the Twins. .30, and it's a strike.
A bit of a let-up pitch for him. That was just 95, right down the middle.
The 3-1 to Meidroth is grounded foul. If you missed it earlier, Munetaka Murakami is the American League Rookie of the Month for May. 3-2 is fouled. Unfortunately, Mune is on the injured list. White Sox trying to improve to 3-2 since he went on the IL. The pitch fouled. Although kind of already 3-2 because he left that game early and they won.
Yes.
He came back, in fact, to win Friday night.
Well, Jacob Gonzalez seems to be finding a little bit of rhythm here at the big league level.
Swing and a miss. Meidroth is out. Good comeback by Bradley. So he's now evened his walks with 5 strikeouts. And it will be Gonzalez. First career 2-hit game for him today. The pitch, swing and a miss on a splitter.
With no focus, like to get him over or get him in. The swings are a little more free right now.
And he cuts and misses on another split. That one maybe even better than the first one.
It's amazing to see it, right? When there's nobody on base, you just go up there freewheeling it, saying, I'm swinging.
Another split, this time low, 1-2.
The best of the best hitters don't do that. They don't like giving at bats away or even swings away, ever.
There's a high fastball. Bradley not happy. That was not a particularly competitive pitch. He's at 95 on the day, so this will be his final inning. 2-2 and another bad one high and away. And it's full with Peters on deck. And if he walks Gonzalez, it might be his last batter. The payoff, there's a swing and a liner right to the glove of the first baseman, Arcia.
Gonzalez did that thing that you're taught when you're young. Always.
It's just as hard to hit homers in this ball.
Yeah. His ball was caught before he was 6 steps out of the box, and it was caught in the air, so no need to keep going and thinking, well, maybe he dropped it. He did not.
Tristan Peters with 2 away. And Bradley misses high.
I'll give you a chance to think about this as we have some time in between innings. Think about the guy that you saw never, ever, ever want to waste a swing.
Peters swings and misses. Well, it's so easy to say Paul Molitor because he's sitting right in front of us. Yeah, he would have come to mind.
Yeah, that's true. But I got a guy that I know was bugged by every pitch that he took that he should have hit or that he swung at and didn't do something with. Tony Gwynn was that guy.
Another great choice. 1-1 is popped in the air, foul, and out of play on the third base side of the ballpark. Hits an empty seat, and a fan right in front of that row just reached down and picked it up. His lucky day.
Yes. Got some vacant seats next to him. Had room.
1-2 is low. It's 2-2 on Peters.
The guy that picked that ball up is looking for a kid to give it to, and it's interesting. There are no kids around. Just keep it. It's yours.
The pitch, outside and high. So Bradley now over 100, 102 pitches made, and can empty the tank here. The 3-2 to Peters, and he whacks a base hit out into the alleyway in right center. Sliding play by Martin. Peters into second with a double.
And Peters did something. This is interesting. Sliding into second, feet first. He had time. It was not going to be a close play. But in that sliding play, his right foot on the slide hit the base. And then he kind of popped up over the bag and continued on with his left foot coming down on the bag after the slide. If the second baseman or shortstop just put a tag on him, just kept it there in between, he lost contact with the bag maybe about an inch. We've seen guys be called out on that.
Yep. That is his 11th double, sponsored by Tito's. We've got a pitching change.
Coming off AL Player of the Week honors, where he hit over 400 with 3 homers, Bobby Witt Jr. was all gas, no brakes.
And grounded inside the bag and up the line. Played poorly off the sidewall by Carpenter. How far will Bobby go? And Vance Wilson is going to let him come to the plate. He is in there.
To say Bobby is on a tear is an understatement. His gap-to-gap power and that lightning speed have him among the major league leaders in hits, stolen bases, and WAR. He also just happens to be one of baseball's premier defensive players.
Goodness, that's why he's one of the best in the game.
That is how you win a Gold Glove in back-to-back seasons, and last year earned a Platinum Glove.
Baseball fans are bearing witness to something special.
He's their go-to guy in all situations, whether it's defensively, offensively, running the bases, complete player.
A primetime player in his prime.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
History on anything that is rubber and rolls. Visit CommercialTireServices.com.
Elk Grove, Illinois native Eric Orzi will face Drew Romo with a runner at second, 2 outs, top 5. Sox lead 4-0. And the first pitch is low. So pretty interesting. I mentioned the numbers. Taj Bradley in his career with an 11.57 ERA against the White Sox. He's been charged with 4 runs and 4 2/3. Eric Fedde came into this game with a career 1.17 against the Twins, and he has not allowed a hit through 4. The pitch is a strike. Sometimes those matchup numbers don't play out the way they have today.
Yeah, it kind of fell in place to make Fedde feel comfortable since they scored 4 runs in the first. They've had chances to kind of blow it wide open. Just Bradley pitched better.
1-1. Swung on and missed on a curve to make it 1-2.
For Bradley to have 2 runners on in the second, 2 runners on in the third, 2 runners on in the fourth. You know, there were chances for the Sox to add on. They just unable to.
Yeah, Sox have left runners on in every inning and trying to cash in that 2-out double this time. Long hold by the righty Orsi. The 1-2. He struck him out swinging on a splitter. We go to the bottom of the 5th. White Sox 4, Twins nothing on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Hey, it's the good.
Still 2 strikes on Dingler, who singled and scored in that 2-run first. That ball's cranked high in the air, left center field. Dylan Dingler demolishes this baseball. It is 4-0. That is way out of here.
I'll tell you, Dylan Dingler's been doing this to bad located breaking balls. That one is just a sweeper that didn't quite sweep enough. As soon as that left the bat, he knew how far that was, and that was out of here.
Turns out a minor tune-up to the Dodgers lineup may have Mookie Betts firing on all cylinders.
It's gone! There's the feel, there's the results.
Dave Roberts decided to give Mookie a new perspective on Tuesday, dropping him from his usual 2-hole down to the cleanup spot for the first time since 2017. Safe to say, Mookie's slumbering bat woke up.
And this ball is gone. A home run as Mookie announces he is back.
Betts went atomic against the Rockies, launching 2 homers and driving in 5.
Well, Betts in that cleanup spot, and that's exactly what he's been doing with runs. He's been cleaning them up.
And hey, shout out Andy Pajes. He shifted up into the 2 spot, racked up 4 hits, and extended his MLB leading RBI total. The Dodgers have been winning and are on top in the NL West, but getting Mookie Betts back to his old self makes their chances at a three-peat look a whole lot better.
Whenever you're ready.
Let's do it.
All right, part 2 of our 3-part question. Regarding the White Sox Alumni Home Run Derby, we asked you to pick who's going to win of the Utes taking place. We've got Gordon Beckham, Larry Garcia, or Daniel Polka as your options today.
Austin Martin takes a strike from Eric Fedde. With all due respect to our good friend Gordon Beckham, I got to go with Daniel Polka.
And you've already heard me say that I'm going with Garcia.
The 0-1 to Martin misses outside 1-1. Jeff?
Polka right now running away, getting 69%. Gordon Beckham getting 22%. So Larry Garcia needs some rallying here, otherwise he's going to be out.
No.
Swing and a chop to the shortstop. Montgomery gets rid of it in a hurry, and Martin is out at first base.
By default, I think he falls into the final category anyway.
Here's Victor Caratini, like Leury, a switch hitter, and I wonder if Leury will pick a side or
I know
mix and match.
I know what side he'd pick, left side.
That's his power side?
I saw him crush balls left-handed.
Caratini hits a ground ball to Mydroth. The easy play, takes his time. He gets Caratini.
A couple times we've seen that, you know, guy making out, and the next batter comes up, first pitch swinging and making it out. Right now, Eric Fedde's got to feel like, man, showed up to work today. This is pretty easy. He's maybe even going to get a lunch break. The offense batting around again. It's like, yeah, I'm going to have a sandwich.
Keyshaw takes a strike. Kind of a freebie there on a sweeper you expected him to take. Fetty has been efficient. 56 pitches so far. Keyshaw got a quick timeout, now back in, and the 0-1. It's outside. Eric, a product of UNLV, and he grew up in Vegas. There's a base hit to right. First hit of the day for the Twins.
Eric stayed away, and Keyshaw, who likes to hit the ball the other way, punched a sinker on the outside corner into right field.
So that'll bring up Tristan Gray. So UNLV, that's a campus that you'll get a little more familiar with the next few years.
Yeah.
And we should be in Vegas in a couple years against the A's.
That's true. It's true. Got a daughter that will be going to UNLV.
There's a swing and a line drive base hit. Tristan Gray out into right, and Nishida jumped on it, and not a good throw back in. A short hop over to third, but Vargas was able to knock it down. So back-to-back 2-out singles.
Nishida now looking at it, Montgomery tapping his chest saying, my fault for overthrowing you. And after he threw the ball and he saw it was getting by third base, Nishida kept running toward the infield like he thought he had to go get it. Like, oh no, I overthrew the third baseman, I gotta go get it. He was running it on the infield dirt. I'm like, what is he doing? He felt so bad about that throw, he figured he had to make up for it.
Zach Bove will head out to talk before Orlando Arcia bats. Don't want to let this thing grow into something more dangerous. And Buxton is on deck, so this will be the guy they want to get.
Hey, Sox fans, Wintrust proudly presents Big League Family Fun at the Ballpark. Stop by the Wintrust Kids Zone in left field where kids can develop their pitching, batting, and baseball running skills with the White Sox youth coaches. Wintrust, proud partner of your White Sox. Yeah, this is, you put the brakes on this little rally they got going right now.
Keyshaw at second, Gray at first, 4-0 White Sox. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Arcia is their 9-hitter, did not play in the first 2 games and takes a strike.
To me, when I see Arcia, he's a guy that's always, unless it's situational, so at bats like this, he's just trying to hit it over the fence.
His 10th game with the Twins, came in batting .333. And he hits a chopper to Montgomery, and he'll go glove to Maidroth at second. They force Gray. Inning over through 5. Sox 4, Twins nothing on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Reason number 354 to visit the
Murakami to pull. 1-2 from Sandy. That one cut on and missed, and Murakami swings over the top of it. Another punch out for Munetaka Murakami.
Well, I'm going to say that was a changeup.
Yeah.
But either way, it was a nasty pitch down and away from Murakami.
Got him! Changeup! 2 away!
Boy, this has been Picasso, Rembrandt, everything put together with the way he's worked on the mound, with the stuff he's had, the location.
I went to college at Northeastern University, and all my friends were Red Sox fans. And while in my 3 years there, I really grew to appreciate Red Sox Nation and everything that they bring to the table. And once I got my head wrapped around the trade, I was really, really excited. I think they have one of the most iconic logos, these 2 Sox right here on the sleeve. I love keeping it simple, really fond of the font, and I think it's a really cool look.
Driven deep to left field. Going back Ramos. Track. Wall. See ya. A home run for Giancarlo Stanton. And the Yankees lead 3-0.
Got a lot of giddy up on it. Hey now.
Bludgeoned. He knew it.
It's just ridiculous upper body strength. Be able to muscle that ball.
Halfway up in the bleachers in left field. Stanton was 414.
108 miles an hour off the bat.
Big G, ringing the bell. His first homer of the season. His second RBI in as many games.
4-0 White Sox. All the runs came in the opening inning. It'll be Nishida, Antonacci, and Vargas against Eric Orsi in relief of Taj Bradley. Check swing strike on Riku. Detroit trying to sweep the Rays, and they lead 6-2 in the 9th inning. Tigers have a ton of work to do. They're 14 games under, but they've had a great series so far. Ball one to Nishida, 1-1.
Boy, the season's been a roller coaster ride for almost everybody at one point. Maybe not the Yankees.
The pitch. Wave and a miss. On a splitter, 1-2, Detroit has scored 24 runs in that series.
We just whipped their little heinies in the last series, and then they go down there and pick on one of the best teams in the league, if not the best team in the league, actually.
1-2 is floated down the left field line. It'll land foul.
And the other team that has been really obviously since day one consistent would be the Braves, but man.
Mariners are heating up.
Yep.
They've won, what, 8 in a row?
Yep, 8-game winning streak.
And they lead the AL West by 2.5. The only team in that division over 500. Nishida takes high, 2-2. Marlins are in Washington trying to sweep the Nationals. It's 1-1 in the 7th. 2-2's hit on the ground, and it bounces off the chest of Gray, and Nishida's going to be safe. The throw gets away from Arcia, and Riku will end up at second.
Well, who knew, right? Slap shot to the shortstop, but he had some topspin on that, and it ate Gray alive. I mean, he's had some miscues in the couple of games. He had an error earlier and error there.
That could be a double error, because the error allowed Nishida to reach, but he had already beaten the throw.
There it is. They just announced double error.
So 3 errors on the day for Gray. Yeah, they kind of break that play into 2 parts. An error on the bobble and then an error on the throw. And here's Antonacci with a runner at second and nobody out. Called strike.
Yeah, we see that oddity right there, right? The 2 error on the shortstop. We had the 3-6 out the other day that you don't see. So some rarities or oddities that take place in the game we're getting to see.
The 0-1. There's a swing and a base hit. That'll score Nishida, no problem. He's around third. Antonacci on his way to second. And he's got a double. Nishida's in. It's 5-0.
Boy, it's nice to add on. They've had so many chances, and you just figure, and you're all about give yourself the more chances, because sooner or later you come through. I'm all about be efficient. When you have the chances, just get them in. And this is just one where they were fortunate with the double error and then timely hitting from Antonacci.
Another Tito's double. Vargas, that'll be an unearned run. And Miguel takes in on the hands. Sox will end a long stretch of days without a respite. They're 7-5 over the last 12 games, trying to make it 8-5 with that coveted off day tomorrow. Swing and a tap on the ground toward third, picked up by the pitcher, and the throw to first in time. It'll be an 0-for-1, but it'll play like a sac bunt as it gets Antonacci to third.
That's one where it's just, even if you have decent speed, when you hit that, you realize you're uncoiling from the swing, and the pitcher is going to run over. He's going to have time to field it, and now you're just hoping he doesn't make a good throw. He did.
Looking at a replay, if that throw had hit Vargas, he would have been out. He was running on the grass.
Yeah, but, they
don't call that a lot anymore.
It's just, he's got to be way in there nowadays.
Benintendi takes outside. They did change that runner lane rule. Used to be you had to be in between the 2 lines. Now you have to be on the dirt.
Yeah, and he had his right foot on the dirt.
Not his left. Infield in, and Benintendi takes outside for ball 2.
And it's amazing because when you're running down the line like that on the grass area as you're running, you know you're not supposed to be there. And yet, you're just kind of saying, I'm going to do it anyway.
2-0 is off the outside.
The pitch was called the ball. Catches challenger.
It was a splitter near that high outside corner again, that pitch we talk a lot about, and it is a ball.
That call is confirmed. Minnesota has 1 challenge remaining.
So it's 3-0 on Benintendi,
who should have a green light right here to try and do some damage, and more than likely won't see a hittable pitch.
And there's a very high ball 4. That will bring up Montgomery with 2 on again.
Yes.
He's batted with a small village of base runners today.
Well, you said it. The more chances, huh? You like all these chances for a guy, and it's bound to come through now.
Already 5-0.
Just try and stay up the middle the other way with the ball if you're Colson, and don't wait back. Don't sit back and try and react. Be ready to go get the ball and drive it, and he'll be just fine with this instruction.
First and third, 1 down. Montgomery takes outside. Eric Orzi ready to go. The 1-0 in the dirt. Good backhanded pick by Caratini.
I think him taking these first 2 pitches tells us he is seeing the ball a little better. He's going to have a shorter swing. At least the first 2 pitches he was thinking shorter swing. As we've seen, a lot of times he walks up there and he's swinging when it leaves the pitcher's hand. In his mind, it was a hittable pitch no matter what.
The 2-0 is hit off the end of the bat. Foul. Left side out of play.
He kind of went after a pitcher's pitch on 2-0. He didn't have to. It was fastball that was down and it was away.
Two and 1. The pitch. Fouled to the screen behind home plate.
That was pretty much right there to hit.
The shortstop, Gray, is deep and near second base. Keyshaw not deep and trying to cut off that right side hole for the lefty Montgomery. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. He got him swinging on a splitter. Tough day for Montgomery. 2 down. Here's Mydroth.
3 strikeouts and the line out to center field for Colson. They haven't absolutely needed him, but he's had chances to really break this game open.
Mydroth 1 for 2 with a double, a bases loaded walk, and a run. He's got Antonacci at third, Benintendi at first. And the pitch is a strike. Chase is going to challenge.
The pitch was called a strike. Batter's challenging.
He thought it was high. And ABS says it's high.
Chicago has 2 challenges
by quite
remaining.
a bit at that. Just by the way that Chase took that pitch, you kind of felt he really knew that wasn't even close.
So ball 1 instead of strike 1. Uh, 1-0 is called strike. Grant Taylor is up for the White Sox. Taylor Rogers, a lefty, up for Minnesota. Orzi on a 1-1. Swung on and hit in the air out into deep right center. Back on it is Martin. Still back. A little leap, and he's got it right up against the fence.
Hit in the gap. He needed that to be down the line. It would have been extra bases.
Sox get an unearned run to the bottom.
Hey.
It's a Sox 5. Twins nothing on the hard.
There goes Gibson. Bouncing ball, hit and run. It bounces off his helmet. Gibson coming to third, and they have him in a rundown. The ball hit Gibson's helmet.
And the fact that Kirk Gibson doesn't have a lot of hair probably aided the Cubs. A little more hair, the helmet stays on, the ball goes into the outfield. One of the strangest plays you'll ever see in the game.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Leading off against the lefty Brandon Williamson is O'Neal Cruz here.
Oh my.
Fly ball, right center field, and O'Neal Cruz with his first Cruz missile of the year. Off the lefty, Brandon Williamson. Cruz crushes it. Pirates get the run back. They lead 6-1.
That's a beautiful thing. You ride it out for times just like that. It's just a special talent. It comes together like that, and you're very thankful because he can change the scoreboard.
Chicago's Western Gateway. It's an Ask Len day, so whenever you're ready, Mr. Casper.
I am ready.
Chris in Antioch wants to know, Len, how much value do you think pitch framing has now that ABS has been introduced at the big league level?
It still has a lot of value because not every wrong call, so to speak, is challenged. Grant Taylor is into the game against Byron Buxton. And he starts him off with a curve that lands for a strike. Because of the challenge system, framing still matters a lot. Maybe not as much as it used to. Fouled off Romo. 0-2. So I think everybody got what they wanted, right? Those who wanted an ABS system of some kind get it, but those who want still the human factor and some of the art of framing get that as well.
Well, you think the catchers that frame really well are going to get more challenges from batters than ones that don't.
There's a swing and a high drive out in the center, not deep. Peters is in, he's under it, and he's got it.
That makes sense, right? So if you're really good at framing, you're going to have the umpire call strikes, and you're going to get more challenges because of it.
Yeah, and I think one reason why you don't want pitchers challenging, the obvious one is they're so emotionally invested. But I think catchers can fool pitchers and how they frame.
Yes, that's right.
Brooks Lee takes low.
And if you're bad at framing, a lot of times what that means is you're taking strikes that are close and turning them into balls to the umpire, and that's not good.
Curve strike, 1-1.
So if the umpire is calling ball, that means you have to ask for challenges an awful lot.
That's right. The 1-1 pitch and a foul that clipped the catcher Romo in a bad spot. White Sox double play turns are brought to you by Steinhafels. Refresh your home and patio this summer with Steinhafels, Chicagoland's furniture and mattress leader and a proud partner of the Chicago White Sox. Shop in store and online at steinhafels.com. 1-2, he got him swinging on a high fastball at 98. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Larnach. Your thoughts on Eric Fetty today?
Oh, that's the guy. I mentioned it earlier. We wanted to see the guy that at one time was 7-2 with the White Sox a couple of years ago with a 3.11 ERA. That's what he looked like today, that guy. I mean, we know what he's capable of doing, and he showed it today.
Larnach takes inside. Fetty needed just 61 pitches to get through 5 innings.
So he scores an A+ on my card. What about you?
Absolutely. Did exactly what they needed. Called strike, especially after the White Sox took a rare loss behind Davis Martin last night.
Yeah, so Fetty became the stopper today, which is nice.
1-1 is low. 2-1 to Larnach. 5-0 Sox in the 6th. Larnach, an Oregon State product. Foul tips, 2-2. Played with Stephen Kwan, Adley Rutschman, Nick Madrigal, Brandon Eisert, Drew Rasmussen.
It's a big
We're
league
all
team.
on the same team. And he hits a high fly out into right center. Peters is going to make the catch. Did you see what Nishida did?
I did not.
He took a big skip and a hop.
Like a kid in the park.
Oh,
just
he's
playing.
so fun to watch. And he didn't even make a play that time. And he can't.
Moniak on the run, sliding grab, and he can't get it. It rolls up the line.
Well, a bloop single and now a bloop double. You see him just slip right off the bat.
Clean up on base number 1.
Lourdes throws the pineapple up the line. What is going on down here?
Back in the produce section.
That's good.
How about that? Myers went all the way to the 380 mark.
He had that in his glove. Wow.
Lead back second, Ernie Clement makes the grab and takes a hit away.
Nice play. Gets up and they got him. Oh, what a pick by Ortiz.
They're headed by Bregman. Good play. Great play, in fact. He gets it.
Oh, good catch.
Diving catch by Mangum in center field.
Coming on, Richard. Coming on, dives and makes the catch.
Haggerty going back, still going back, and he gets there and he makes the catch.
Line drive, clubbed by Pena. The throw in time. What a play by JP.
Judge on the run, dives and makes the catch. Oh, what a play from Aaron Judge. Long way to go for Tawa. What a play by Timmy Tawa. Right field, long run, Seiya. And sliding, he was able to haul that one in. Into left, going back, Henderson. Oh, my goodness. What a rangy play by Gunnar Henderson. Leaping forward is Vasquez and he makes the grab. Sending Martin back, still going, and Martin makes an unbelievable catch.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es Flow Mayor.
The Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network on Chicago's home for sports, ESPN Chicago.
Top of the 7th. We're in our Bell Tire broadcast booth at Target Field. We've got a great spot here to catch all the action. Lefty Taylor Rogers to Jacob Gonzalez, who pops it up. It's the shortstop Gray into the outfield green, and he has it for the first out. 5-0 White Sox. As we enter the latter innings, here's Peters.
Get his lefties. Of course, you want to bring in your lefty reliever. Let him get some work in a game like this. And I'm going to go with Derek Shelton. Still thinks his team can come back and get in this game. It's only 5-0.
Peters takes a strike. Fastball at 92. White Sox home runs are brought to you by Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. See the great Dwight Yoakam at Hard Rock Live Thursday, July 30th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Another pop fly, shallow left center. Buxton's there. And he puts it away for out number 2.
The actor, Dwight Yoakam?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't known for his acting initially.
No,
it's his music career, but you're right. Great actor. He was amazing in Sling Blade.
Yes. I mean, a lot of roles he's actually been great at.
Drew Romo batting right will foul for strike one. The pitch. Yank foul on a line, out of play. And played Doyle Hargraves in Sling Blade. The 0-2. Is high and outside.
I think he played in some movie with Jodie Foster, like Safe Room or something like that.
Panic Room?
Panic Room, that's it. He was really good in that.
Rogers ready. A 1-2 coming, and it's outside.
Maybe when he has his concert, you know, he'll also do a few scenes from his movies. Huh?
Yeah, why not?
Bonus.
Detroit did beat Tampa Bay 7-2, so that's a sweep. There's a low sweeper, and it's a full count. The 3-2 to Romo. Pulled toward the corner and left on a line. It's a fair ball. One hop to the fence. Romo will stand at second with a 2-out double.
It's a 3-2 sweeper right in the sweet spot for Drew Romo to yank it in that corner.
Randall Grichuk will hit for Nishida. Fourth double for Romo. And Caratini wants to talk with his pitcher about the new batter.
Customize your game day with a private suite. Explore our food and beverage options and learn about our various suite sizes to fit your group. Tailor your experience for an unforgettable day at the ballpark. Just call 312-674-1000.
Did you happen to see the Joe Adele highlight, or I guess...
Oh, I did. Low light. Yeah. And you never thought you'd see the Canseco, but that's what it's called. You know, there's the Maddox and then there's the Canseco.
Yeah. Fly ball hit Adele in the head and bounced over the fence for a home run last night.
Oh.
But two things about it. I loved how Adele addressed it after the game. Grichuk takes a strike. Basically said, of course that had to happen. I had an awful game anyway. But earlier this year, he had one of the best games ever by an outfielder as he robbed 3 home runs.
He giveth and taketh away.
Yeah, he's a really good outfielder.
Yep.
So what happened last night is not indicative of the caliber of play he has shown. There's a check swing foul, 0-2 on Randall Grichuk.
Yeah, it'd be a, I guess, very scary feeling, because all of a sudden 1 minute you're feeling pain from getting conked in the top of the head. Next minute you're going, where's the ball? And you can't find it.
Grichuk lines and a leaping catch over at first by Arcia.
Right over the top of him where he had to jump straight up and snag that.
And he's probably happy he's got a first baseman's mitt.
Yes.
Because without that extra big glove, that might have been a base hit. 7th inning stretch. Sox 5, Twins nothing on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green.
You're an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
Thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
All right, Ryan, PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
Now, they all have the same grade, or?
No.
So one of us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple. So first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
On a rehab assignment. Remember, Verlander went straight from Double-A to the majors. At Target Field, back to Len DJ.
Josh Bell with a leadoff single against Grant Taylor. Line drive out toward right center. Bell aboard with the Twins' third hit of the day. And here comes Austin Martin. Chris Murphy was loosening earlier in the bullpen. So the leadoff man is aboard for the first time for Minnesota today. First pitch strike to Martin. He is grounded out twice to the shortstop. He hits with another ground ball to Montgomery here. It might be 2. 0-1 is foul tipped. 0-2. Twins have a right-hander up, Cody Lorison, in the bullpen. Derek Hill now playing right field after Grichuk batted for Nishida. Taylor delivers a high slider. Gonzalez holds Bell at first. The 1-2 pitch is hit in the air out toward Hill and right. He cuts over near the line, makes the catch.
A little strange to see. All he did was run over and catch it. No skipping, no jumping, no windmills, no anything. Nishida's out there doing a little bit of everything on the way to the ball. Little skippity-doo-dah, skippity-yay. He's just having fun to play.
Keep rhyming.
No,
I love it. Victor Caratini batting. And he takes a strike.
But Nishida definitely makes you feel like you're watching a kid in the park just playing.
It is infectious. One strike on the switch hitting catcher, Victor Caratini. Bell with almost no lead at first. And Caratini takes a ball low, and this will be challenged.
Catch is challenging.
So Drew Romo lodges a challenge, and it is a strike.
The pitch is a strike. Chicago has 2 challenges remaining.
Grant Taylor looked into his catcher with a swivel head. I was like, hey, man, nice job. Way to pick me up.
0-2. High target by Romo, and Caratini goes up top and lines one foul down the left side. Still 2 strikes.
We got the homies big head promotion. We've got bobblehead promotions, and now Grant Taylor just gave us the swivel head.
Heady stuff.
Yes.
There's a check swing on a low one. He went. John Tumpane rings him up from third base. That's the second out. And that will bring up Kershaw, who picked up the Twins' first hit. They have 3 singles in this game. Back-to-back hits in the 5th, and then the Bell leadoff single in the 7th. Keyshaw swings and misses.
That swing there by Keyshaw kind of looked a little bit like Mydroth. Really hard, short, explosive swing.
The pitch. Strike looking on a slider.
.24 pitches thrown by Taylor, only 6 out of the strike zone.
Now the set by Taylor, hands at the waist. The 0-2. Never quite reached home plate on a curveball, but Drew Romo blocked it.
Chicago Sports Network is your TV home for White Sox baseball. Stream the Sox all season long, anytime, anywhere, on up to 3 devices with the CHSN app.
Ready for a 1-2. He got him swinging on a slider. Third strikeout for Grant. So he picks up 2 scoreless innings today. And we go to the 8th. It's 5-0 White Sox on the Hard Rock Casino.
The beauty of this jersey is the feel, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
Coming off AL Player of the Week honors, where he hit over 400 with 3 homers, Bobby Witt Jr. was all gas, no brakes.
And grounded inside the bag and up the line. Played poorly off the sidewall by Carpenter. How far will Bobby go? And Vance Wilson is going to let him come to the plate. He is in there.
To say Bobby is on a tear is an understatement. His gap-to-gap power and that lightning speed have him among the major league leaders in hits, stolen bases, and WAR. He also just happens to be one of baseball's premier defensive players.
Goodness, that's why he's one of the best in the game.
That is how you win a Gold Glove in back-to-back seasons, and last year earned a Platinum Glove.
Baseball fans are bearing witness to something special.
He's their go-to guy in all situations, whether it's defensively, offensively, running the bases, complete player.
A primetime player in his prime.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Sox bat in the 8th with a 5-0 lead. It's our first look. That's 6'4" right-hander Cody Lorison, 28 years old, a Maine native, making his 7th appearance. First pitch strike to Sam Antonacci. Fastball at 92.5 miles an hour.
Got a little throw the elbow at you, the left elbow, and then the right arm comes out behind it. So he's got a little messing around with your delivery.
Swinging a fly ball to left. It's deep. Back goes Larnach, and it's off his glove. Antonacci just realized it as he ends up at second base that ball was not caught.
Yeah, playable ball. Larnach, look, he's not going to win any Gold Gloves out there. This is his home field, and he just didn't get back to make the play. He jumped when he had about a step or 2 left to get back and just catch it.
What a day for Sam.
Yes.
4 hits. He's got 2 doubles and almost a third double.
Yeah, well, he thought that ball was caught. He said it. He kind of slowed down halfway to second, like, oh, he caught it. No, it's on the wall. It's past him.
Vargas takes a strike. First career 4-hit game for Antonacci. The only 3-hit game he's had was against the Twins last week.
Picking on them, that's for sure.
Now an 0-1. Fouled. Lorison recently on the IL with a right forearm strain. Made 4 rehab appearances for AAA St. Paul. There's a base hit out in the left center. Antonacci's going to score from second. It's 6-0. Miguel Vargas knocks in his 41st run.
He's had a good day, but that's his first hit. A lot of parity in his day. A couple of walks, a couple of bouncers back to the pitcher, and now he has gone ahead and picked up the RBI single.
He's knocked in 7 in this series.
Kind of like Tristan Gray.
Benintendi smokes one in the air to right. It is a 2-run homer. Out into the plaza. It's 8-0.
Well, you mentioned at the onset of this series, he loves to hit in this ballpark. Well, he's proven that to be true. 4th time he's reached base today. Actually, 5th time he reached on an error. So he has been on the base paths every time he's gone to hit today.
That home run brought to you by Hard Rock Casino. 13th career homer in his 44th game here at Target Field. That's where the big boys hit him.
Yeah, that was up there where people were walking around having a beverage.
Montgomery foul tips. First at bat with nobody on base. It's 8-0 in the 8th. Career homer 124 for Andrew Benintendi. Fouled. 2 strikes on Montgomery.
He's just having one of those days, Montgomery. He's getting pitches to hit, just not doing it. His shoulders just slumped after he just fouled that one back, because that's something he's done all day. Foul pitches off.
Double, single homer to open the 8th. 0-2 is fouled.
It's the kind of inning for a pitcher where you're going, all I needed for this inning was to have my left fielder make a play for me. Things turn out maybe completely different, but a playable ball, not routine. I'm not going to say that about the play to left field, but it's one where even the batter thought he was out.
Montgomery out for looking. That's the first out. And then the batter will be Mydroth. Sox went into action today +3 in the run differential department. That's now 11 to the good side. The pitch misses outside.
It's interesting because we've broached that subject multiple times this year. At the end of last year, what the difference would be when you're scoring more runs than when you're giving them up. And, well, we see the difference.
Swing and a miss.
It's winning.
Last year, they were outscored by 95 runs.
We talked about if you can swing that and score 95 more runs, how many wins will it translate to? A lot.
2 years ago, they were outscored by 306 runs. I can't even fathom it. Swing and a miss. I mean, that's almost 2 runs per game in the negative.
Yeah, that was the craziest year in my baseball career, and it's been long, minor league, big leagues, because you literally had a roster of where guys probably never would see another day in the big leagues.
Mydroth takes
The
outside.
pitch is called the ball. Catcher's challenger.
Caratini thought it was a strike near the low outside corner. And it is a strike.
Pitch is a strike. Minnesota has 1 challenge remaining.
And Mydroth is out. Even in 23, is 61 and 101. They were outscored by 200 runs.
Yep.
So really last year, White Sox lost 102 games, but the quality of their season was a little better than the record indicated.
Think about all those 1-run games they played.
That's it. Gonzalez takes a strike. One strike on the rookie Gonzalez, the pitch. It's low and outside on a changeup. 8 runs on 12 hits for the White Sox. They've been helped by 3 Twins errors as well. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
His delivery kind of takes you back to former closer for the Royals and for the White Sox, Mike McDougal. All the arms and legs all over the place.
Yeah, almost a little Adam Ottavino as well. There's a low one. Although Ottavino was real crossfire.
Yes. He got that high arm that he throws toward the sky and means his right shoulder goes down toward the ground.
2-2 pitch inside. Adam Ottavino now doing some broadcasting, and I'm told he's outstanding. I've never heard him, but doesn't surprise me.
Well, that's how he got the job. Got to be good at it, Lynn. Come on. Don't just give those away.
The pitch is off the outside, ball 4. Gonzalez is on for the 3rd time. Adam Ottavino does some pregame work for NBC and their baseball coverage. Here's Tristan Peters. A double and 4 trips. And an RBI as well. He takes inside.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a pitch to try and drive, kind of like what Benintendi did. He doesn't like to swing for home runs, but these are the chances late in games with this kind of lead that you do.
Way inside that time, ball 2. Let's pause 10 for ID on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. .2-0 pitch is fouled. Peters went a while without a home run, then he homered in back-to-back games.
And all of a sudden he went away from trying to bunt because the power bat showed up. Then he stopped hitting home runs. And then he said, you know what, I got to get back to the bunt. So he's used that a little more recently.
He takes outside. It's 3-1. Gonzalez is not being held by Arcia. And Peters fouls. It's full. Sun is not a factor right now. It is hot here in Minneapolis, about 83 degrees. Gonzalez will be on the move. On the 3-2, swinging a hard ground ball, backhanded by Keyshaw. He went down to his knees, gets up and throws to first. Inning over. 3 add-ons. Vargas an RBI single. Benintendi a 2-run homer. Bottom 8. Sox 8. Twins nothing on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
There's a shot deep to left. Way back. Kiss it. Goodbye. Home run for Andre Dawson. It's across the street, and the scramble is on.
And it looked like the mailman got it. Andre Dawson delivering the mail, and the mailman getting the baseball.
And you better not mess with the U.S. mail.
And Melendez socks one deep right field, right down the line. Stowers to the corner, and it's out of here. First career walk-off RBI for MJ Melendez.
Oh, baby! Brian Reynolds clears the deck. Pirates win it on a Friday night in the Berg.
Back it goes! Let's go!
This team, man, unbelievable.
Blake Dunn going back, leaps at the wall, Dunn on the spin, and he brought it in.
comes a homer.
Well, that was a terrific play.
Take a good look. You won't see it from Tovar has walked off the Giants. Tovar hits his second of the night.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es...
An 8-run cushion. It's 8-0 in the bottom of the 8th, and Ryan Kreidler's going to hit for Tristan Gray against the new pitcher Chris Murphy. Murphy's 27. He's got a birthday coming up this weekend, and he delivers a strike on a fastball at 96. Chris is 1-0 with an 8.59 in 7 appearances, one since he came back to the big leagues, and he hits Kreidler down near the foot. A hit by pitch to open the Twins' 8th. Here comes Arcia.
A little slider that was too far off the down and in corner. Get back, throw a similar pitch down and in, and start the double play.
The pitch to Arcia is high and outside. The stretch and the 1-0. Outside again. Arcia fouls into the Twins television booth. Corey Provis and Justin Morneau over there on the air.
Actually, it looked like it was in the radio booth right next to Morneau.
Oh, it did. It got into the Dan Gladden and Chris Atterbury booth. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Atterbury was over there holding the ball up like he made the play.
He just pulled it out of his bag.
Yeah. Kind of went up there at a slow pace. If he made the play, we know why. No credit.
2-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging on a high fastball. And that'll bring up Buxton. Sox next opponent, the Phillies. We mentioned they're hosting the Padres at the moment. Started 9-19. Rob Thompson got fired. Swing and a miss. They're 22-10 under Don Mattingly. And overall, 2 games over 500.
A lot of times people question, well, do you think it was a manager or the players just needed a wake-up call? Either way, it's the manager, because whatever's happened, it's when he's been there.
There's a strike 0-2. Well, they say you can't fire all the players, so it's usually the manager.
Yeah. Heard that before.
You can fire some of them.
Yeah, there's sometimes I'm thinking, just get rid of the whole team.
The 0-2 is hit in the air down the right field line. Hill is over, and he's got it. We're out number 2. The Padres right now, the Phillies are tied with the Padres. Second to last in the majors, 3.88 runs per game.
The Padres or the Phillies?
Both. They're tied.
Oh, wow.
They're near the bottom of the league in runs per game. So here's some names for you. Real Muto, Harper, Turner, Bohm, Marsh, Schwarber, Adolis Garcia, swing and a miss by Brooks Lee. So they've got a lot of big names, obviously a lot of veteran names. We'll get a look at them on Friday. Swing and a miss by Brooks Lee. 0-2 on them.
Yeah, they got a veteran lineup that you just mentioned. Some organizations that like to just continue to replace players with established guys.
They've pitched okay to an ERA of just over 4. Lee, that's a pop fly into short right. Hill comes in, now camping, and he makes the catch. Chris Murphy with a scoreless inning. We go to the 9th. It's 8-0 White Sox on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Coming off AL Player of the Week honors, where he hit over 400 with 3 homers, Bobby Witt Jr. was all gas, no brakes.
And grounded inside the bag and up the line. Played poorly off the sidewall by Carpenter. How far will Bobby go? And Vance Wilson is going to let him come to the plate. He is in there.
To say Bobby is on a tear is an understatement. His gap-to-gap power and that lightning speed have him among the major league leaders in hits, stolen bases, and WAR. He also just happens to be one of baseball's premier defensive players.
Goodness, that's why he's one of the best in the game.
That is how you win a Gold Glove in back-to-back seasons, and last year earned a Platinum Glove.
Baseball fans are bearing witness to something special.
He's their go-to guy in all situations, whether it's defensively, offensively, running the bases. Complete player.
A primetime player in his prime.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Top of the 9th, it's 8-0 White Sox. This will be the Twins' debut. Veteran right-hander Justin Lawrence. They just acquired him from the Pittsburgh Ball Club. Former Rocky and Pirate. 6'3", 211. And he'll face Drew Romo. So from a Lorison to a Lawrence on the mound. He's got a low arm angle as he slings it in there for a strike.
The pitch was called a strike. Batter's challenging.
Romo will challenge that this pitch was low. It's a strike.
That call is confirmed. Chicago's 1 challenge remaining.
Lawrence is a guy who grew up in Florida. He was born in what was formerly known as the Panama Canal Zone. Swing and a miss. 0-2 on Romo.
Okay.
So he has pitched for the Panamanian national team in the WBC.
Great gig if you can get it. Chance for guys to play in the WBC that otherwise would not get that opportunity.
0-2 and a swing and a miss, strike 3. So he's a side armor who throws 97.
Yeah, I mean, he just kind of set the batter up at sweeper, 97, go sit down. It's like, what? Wait a minute. Why aren't you featuring that out of the gate? Because he wants to lull you to sleep with the sweeper. Sidearm sweeper, but not many guys reach this velocity from that angle.
Derek Hill takes low. Sox have out hit the Twins 12-3 today. Here's the pitch. Oh, he hit him. And that one really hurt around the hand area, and Hill is cradling his left arm. And that was a fastball, and I did not like the sound of it.
No. With that arm angle to a right-hander, if you're trying to stay in there, The last thing you need is him to sling it in at you because it's going to hunt you down.
Well, he's walking toward first base.
I think it's because he's dazed. He doesn't know where he's going right now. He's in so much pain. Right off the heel of the hand, right by the wrist. And it may have actually got a little piece of the bat, too.
Well, that might be the sound we heard, and hopefully that's what it was.
No matter what, I mean, you're looking at it where you know it hit him, and it's painful.
So the good news is he's at first base, and he's waving off the manager. So painful way to reach, and that'll bring up Antonacci, who has a shot at a 5-hit day.
They're playing him like he's a pull hitter against a guy that's slinging it and throwing in the high 90s. More than likely, he'd be shooting it the other way.
Called strike, outside corner sinker.
There's always that trust if you're a right-handed batter and a guy has an arm angle like this. You're always trusting he knows what he's doing, and you don't put in your mind he might let one go in at you.
And Antonacci got hit. That one down now around the feet. And I believe that's his 12th plunking.
Well, he reached base again. He mentioned it. Wasn't his 5th hit, but it's his 6th time reaching.
Got him in the back knee.
Yeah, kind of like what happened to Colson Montgomery last night. He got hit by a sweeper on the knee. That was a little sidearm sweeper, a slider on his left knee.
So he's now tied for the major league lead. 12 hit by pitches. And Luis Angel Acuna bats for Vargas and takes a strike.
Acuna was back on his heels with that sidearm delivery. He was leaning back. I mean, a little bit like a weeble.
Called strike, 0-2. The pitch. Swinging a soft line drive, caught by the shortstop Kreidler. Infield fly rule ended up being in effect. That's interesting. It was more of a liner than anything, but I think we saw an arm go up before it was caught.
Yeah, it looked like what, the second base umpire was kind of pointing up.
Because Kreidler looked like he might let that drop on purpose. 2 down, here's Benintendi. 2 hits, 2 walks. One of the hits a homer. And the pitch is outside.
Well, Lawrence gives you a different look in the bullpen, so you can see why teams would want this, especially with that velocity. He's a tough look for a hitter.
Swing and a miss. Eight 0 Sox lead, top of the 9th. The pitch outside.
2 things I've always heard about pitchers that are on the cusp of possibly having their careers come to a conclusion is then change. Why don't you become a sidearmer or a knuckleballer or something that teams might say, wait a minute, that's effective, that works, and it's different.
2-1 is fouled. Well, it's all about different looks.
Yep. A lot of converted players want to become pitchers. I can go back in time with the Mark Lemke, I remember, and then we've had some recent guys, Joey Gallo.
Fouled.
Guys that their batting side of the game wasn't working anymore, so they said, I'm going to pitch. Very rare it went the other way where you were a pitcher and you turned into a player. Rick Ankiel is an exception.
Yeah. 2-2 is high. Yeah, it's usually Anthony Gose, position player to pitcher, but there it's the other direction.
And Gose was throwing 100 miles an hour. Like, whoa, okay. And yet, we don't hear his name as a pitcher anymore. Control, I believe, was an issue.
Runners take off. 3-2 coming. It's outside, ball 4. And the bases are loaded. For guess who? Colson Montgomery. He's got one last chance for a salvage today.
Well, that's one way to look at it.
He's 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts.
And he could have been already saying, live to fight another day by not wanting this extra at bat.
And he grounds foul. So he batted with the bases loaded in the first, struck out. 2 on in the second and lined out. 2 on in the fourth, struck out. 2 on in the sixth. And now bases loaded, so that's 12 base runners. And he hits a line drive to center, and it's caught. Sliding grab by Outman.
Oh, my.
So they leave him loaded. We head to the bottom of the ninth. 8-0 White Sox on the Hard Rock Casino.
Rocchio with a 2-hop throw on the money. A stellar defensive play. He leaps up. He made an incredible catch. That boy got some hops.
Sprawling stop to his left. Nice play by Bregman.
Leaps and makes the grab, streaking into right center.
Good strong throw. It's in plenty of time.
Osuna with a tremendous play in short left field.
Long way to go. Riley's there.
And a jumping catch by Hamilton. It's short. Oh, goodness gracious.
Keyshawn slides, quick speeds right at the bag, and the Twins make the play. Carson Benton flying through the air.
Throw to first is in time. Xander Bogaerts hits another star. What a play in the hole.
Get it, Jackson. Jackson! Way to go, kid!
Vargas with the perfect feed into second base.
That's a wonderful play.
Nice play by Steer. That's why he was a finalist for the Gold Glove.
Riku Nishida, back-to-back games, throws out the runner at the plate.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Law 312-8 million.
You're out of there, leaky store brands. When all else fails, try North Shore adult diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Bottom of the ninth. Chris Murphy with a scoreless 8. We'll try to close out the Minnesota Twins. Montgomery's now at third. Acuna is at shortstop. And Larnach takes a strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss.
Just kind of had we're all in this together moment. Colson Montgomery was out there close to third base waiting for something. The third base coach for the Twins must have received something, because he then gave Colson Montgomery a glove, a batting glove that he wears inside his glove.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
But that's not something you usually see, the opposing team's coach giving you equipment.
Right.
Like, here you go. Go get him.
Josh Bell checks in right-handed against the lefty Murphy. And he foul tips. I would imagine Sir Anthony Dominguez is looking forward to the weekend. He started his big league career with the Phillies in 2018. Murphy misses inside, 1-1.
It's always pretty nice, depending on how you left or departed the place, to go back to your former home grounds.
The pitch is outside.
A couple places that I went back to after I played there and felt like, yeah, whatever. Whatever. Happy where I am now kind of thing, you know.
Jeff Miller just sent us a great note on Antonacci. Bell fouls, first Sox to reach base 6 times in 9 seasons. Avisaíl Garcia and Yoán Moncada on September 14th of 17.
Hello.
In the same game against Detroit in a 17-7 rout. Swing and a miss. Bell strikes out.
Well, it is definitely a thing. It's not something that's routine for a player to reach base 6 times. What's the record? 6 hits in a game in a 9-inning game?
I think it's 7. Rennie Stennett.
I was going to say, I didn't know if it was in a 9-inning game, but so 7 is the record. Ooh.
Yeah, and I got to find out if the Stennett one was, I think 6 maybe for 9 innings. Fouled by Austin Martin.
But that's hits. That's what's the crazy part today. Antonacci had a hit by pitch and a walk mixed in with his 3 hits.
Stennett did have 7 hits in 9 innings.
Wow.
Austin Martin with a 2-out base hit out into right center. It was September 16th, 1975. 22-0. Pirates win over the Cubs.
Well, crazy thing is 7 hits is a good week for a lot of players. That's in 1 game. Hello.
He was their leadoff hitter that day, and that's why he got so many chances. Leadoff double to open the game. The Pirates scored 9 runs in the first inning. And they knocked around a really good pitcher, Rick Russell. There's a swing off the bat of Caratini, and he fouls. He cracked that bat, so he'll need a new one. Stennett actually had 2 hits in the first inning. Then came up in the 3rd. In the 5th, he had 2 more hits.
Sure, I was going to say, he had to do it more than once, probably. That's crazy. So 5 for 5
into the 7th.
Yeah. Oof.
And then he grounded into center for his 6th hit in the 7th inning. 2 outs in the 8th. He hit a triple to right.
Had to be a little
then
tired.
Came out for a pinch runner.
I was going to say, had to be a little tired by then. It's like, T.O.
Called strike. 0-2.
Whoever was the manager back then, Chuck Tanner or something, he's like, hey, Mercy, get me off the field, man.
There's a low one. The guy who ran for him was Willie Randolph.
Sure. I didn't realize that Willie started his career there.
A 1-2 pitch is popped in the air. Shallow center. Meidroth looking for help. It's a base hit. Bloop single for Caratini. On the play, Martin advances to 3rd, and the Twins are still alive here in the 9th inning.
Well, it looked like Meidroth just felt like he was running out of time, that an outfielder was going to come and take this. Because we've seen him kind of go out and make these plays. It was a tough effort, and the outfielders were laying back because, well, Meidroth has shown that kind of range in the past. You can tell the right fielder and center fielder were like, yeah, he's got that. No, he didn't.
Luke Keyshaw grounds foul.
Caratini hit it, and he went into a jog thinking it was going to be caught. He's like, oh, man, a little weak pop-up. I'm out.
Danny Murtaugh was Rennie Stennett's manager in 1975. They won 92 games that year and won the NL East. There's a ball
the
to...
pitch is called the ball. Catcher's challenging.
Keyshaw. You say pitcher challenge?
Catcher.
Okay, catcher. And it is high.
That call is confirmed. Chicago has no challenges remaining.
Sox are without a challenge left.
Well, they went to the bank and had all the withdrawal. They tried to use them, so there you go.
No penalty, though, for the early withdrawal.
No.
The 1-1 is cued on the ground toward first. Gonzalez will glove it. And did he tag him? He did on the jersey, and the game is over. The Twins might challenge this, however.
Keyshaw instantly said, no, he didn't get me. And this might be one of those, why bother? I mean, you might as well challenge.
You have to challenge it. It's the end of the game. It would be an RBI.
Yes, be a hit, too.
Minnesota's challenging the outlaw first base.
It's one of those plays where Gonzalez just committed. He said, I've got to get this and apply a tag. So that was the right thing for him once he committed. But it looked like had he stayed at first base, Murphy.
He's going to be out,
Yeah,
I think. I think he grazed the jersey unless they show that only the laces got him. But I think the game's going to be over.
Sure looked like it.
And the White Sox are out.
After review, the call is confirmed. The runner is out. The game is over.
Yeah, they were congratulating themselves on a job well done. And it's a shutout. Final score from Minnesota. White Sox 8, Twins nothing on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Hey, it's the good kid. When it comes to my ride, I don't mess around. That's why I drive an Advantage Chevy. 3 locations. Chicagoland's covered. Boom. You want a Chevy? They got every Chevy. You want savings? Oh, yeah. They've got that, too. And here's what matters most. Trust. When you walk into Advantage Chevrolet Bridgeview, you're not getting the runaround. They respect your time. They respect your budget. They shoot you straight. Head to Advantage Chevrolet in Bridgeview and see what I'm talking about. Advantage Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Commercial Tire Service has been serving Chicagoland since 1989. Family owned and operated, and with over 37 years of experience.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
Pat Murphy going to use today's
Plus.